Why is it okay for Republicans to do it? Chris Wallace asks how closed-door Benghazi hearings differ from the impeachment process. Hello and welcome to TST. If you are new to the channel, tap on the subscription button and press the notification bell so you can receive authentic news that you can rely on daily. Fox anchor Chris Wallace questioned White House Counselor Kellyanne Conway's objection to impeachment testimonies being conducted in private. President Trump and top Republicans have criticized House Democrats, especially House Intelligence Committee Chairman Adam Schiff, over the closed-door impeachment process. During a Sunday interview on Fox News Sunday, Wallace noted that much of the 2015 and 2014 House Benghazi hearings were conducted behind closed doors and no Republicans were upset with that process. He pressed Conway to justify the double standard of accepting a closed-door process for the Benghazi investigation but not for the impeachment hearings. Why is it okay for Republicans when they are in charge to conduct hearings, depositions, interviews behind closed doors, but it's unacceptable for Democrats? Wallace asked. Conway attempted to deflect the question by highlighting the seriousness of impeaching a president, but Wallace pushed back, noting that 4 Americans died in the Benghazi attacks. Wouldn't you say that's pretty important? Wouldn't you say Benghazi was pretty important? Wallace questioned. So why is it okay for Republicans to do it? The President of the United States has no due process right. No due process rights afforded to him in this whole process, Conway argued, later adding, "This is not the way that our rule of law, our system of justice, should work for the president or for anyone else." Watch.
It isn't just a phone call, and we're going to get to the merits in a minute, but you brought up the closed door, so let me ask you about that. The president complains about the House conducting the investigation behind closed doors so far, but when the Republicans had control of the House in 2017 and 18, they conducted the investigation about Russia and interference in 2016 behind closed doors. When Republicans did the Benghazi investigation, they conducted it behind closed doors. And here's what the chairman of that inquiry said about this. Take a look.
People act differently when there aren't cameras in the room. Trust me when I say that. They're very constructive interviews when there is no camera.
So why is it okay for Republicans when they're in charge to conduct hearings, depositions, interviews behind closed doors, but it's unacceptable for Democrats?
Respectfully, Chris, this is about impeaching a president of the United States, which is an
Benghazi was about 4 Americans who died.
Because of the negligence of a woman who got defeated for being president
wouldn't you
of the
say
United
that's
States.
pretty important, too?
And an ambassador,
wouldn't you say that's pretty important?
lied about a videotape being the reason.
Wouldn't you say Benghazi was pretty important?
I would say Benghazi was extremely important, and I will always be very sad.
But it was conducted behind closed doors, is my point. So why is it okay for Republicans to do
Chris,
it,
the President of the United States has no due process right. He's had no due process rights afforded to him in this whole process. And I'm told by our lawyers internally, I'm a fully recovered lawyer, but those who still practice and in the White House tell me that there'll be 3 rounds, the 3rd round, until the president's lawyers can actually cross-examine or present evidence or challenge evidence. This is not the way that our rule of law, our system of justice should work for the president or for anyone else. And respectfully, I think there is no analogy to the ultimate result here, with the ultimate goal here, which is to impeach a president and remove him from office as goes any other type of congressional hearing. This is an extraordinary event that should be undertaken in the most extraordinary proven circumstances, and we're nowhere near that. And yes, they thought, Nancy Pelosi thought, based on cable news cranks and Twitter trolls, that there would be 8 quid pro quos in this call. Those of us who had read the transcript before she came out and said that.
Let's get into the merits.
No, she should have waited a day, read the transcript, and then decided.
Let's get into the merits.
The Benghazi hearings were an investigation into the State Department's response to a 2012 attack on the American embassy in Benghazi, Libya, which left 4 Americans dead, including Ambassador Chris Stevens. Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State at the time of the attack. What are your thoughts on why should the Republicans and anyone with a rational conscience protest the closed-door hearings resonating to the impeachment of the President of the United States? And if you support the hearings, please shine your light of reasoning. Why do you think so? Well, let us know all your opinions in the comments down below. If you've liked this report, please share among friends and family. And don't forget to subscribe to Top Stories Today. Thank you for tuning in to TSD. I'm David Ravine. See you in the next one.